is going to decide who gets what side of Mirage here. It looks like Smash will be coming out on top, and I think they will be opting for the CT side. We saw some great stuff from Grux in particular, along with Shocks, I would say, lighting up the scoreboard on the CT side. We'll see if they're able to continue that here. What will Fate's approach be on the T side?
I'm curious to see how things go for them. They were very promising on Inferno, no, Overpass, sorry, my bad. Like you mentioned before. Now, I'm trying to find when the last time they played Mirage was, and it was actually up against Pro 100, if I'm not wrong. Was it? No, I'm wrong. I am wrong. Yay. Okay, so they played Mirage last on the 28th of May. And this is one thing that we were talking about earlier, Maui. I think it was when we were casting Onris, is that 2 days can really fix up a map very quickly when you're at this level. So let's not say that Fate can't possibly have brought it together, especially if it's your fifth map. It is generally a map which, heading into a tournament with a lot of best of threes, you'll probably put a day or two into scrimming it. I can understand where that would come from. So we could be pleasantly surprised by Fate's Mirage.
See what they opt for on this pistol. It looks like it will be a pretty standard A hit of sorts. Actually, maybe not. Only a single smoke. I'm assuming that will go for top connector, and Grux will hold the line at jungle. He won't be supported by really too many players. And Fate, oddly taking their time with this. This is their only smoke, and they haven't really used it. In fact, the smoke is about to tick down. Smash is already on the flank, though. Grux finally finding the first frag of this game. He takes down Zix towards Palace.
Ooh.
Shocks is able to chime in with a frag of his own on Mar. The flank is already in. Bubble already here, flanking his fellow countryman. How will he be able to strike? Gets one, looking for more. Finds the second as well, and just leaves Harn in the 1v5. He finds the kill on the safe, but that's it. A bomb plant, though, will allow Fate to buy into the upcoming round.
Et tu, brute. Sorry, I'm telling you, at one point or the other, I'm bringing in the Friends Roman countryman speech in.
All right.
It'll happen.
Storyline.
It is. And Bubble, well, he's writing it perfectly because he is the emperor in that round. 3 great kills from him, allowing them to finish off what Grux and Shocks started. Smash now up 1-0. Harn, not Ham, Harn has got himself the Galil. Everyone else on Fate, however, still sporting the Deagle. 3 smokes means that they might have a game plan. Could just be a standard A-side execute. Would have liked to see it come in early. You see a lot of teams on the CT side in the Home Sweet Home Cup, especially, contesting for mid in these anti-force fire rounds. So could have been a good little shot to get a bomb plant in. Harn with a great kill early on to start things off. Grux is down and out. Seth trying to get that long-range duel, will be able to do so as Mar takes a fall. The FAMAS comes into play. Shock somehow finds Nikki. I don't even know what happened there, but he gets another one after that. Duplicate, left alone, and alone he will die. I don't know how Shock got that kill. What?
Well, the player pushed through the jungle smoke to try to take down that FAMAS player that was spamming through the smoke, and whatever. It didn't work out. it didn't work out for him.
Clearly.
And Smash were able to take that one. A clean round for them. They kept 4 players alive, actually. Grux, I think, the only player that had to really reinvest as he fell. And now Bubble, hot start, 5-0 already here in 2 rounds. We'll see if he's able to keep up his performance here. Good nade on top of that. That should do a lot of damage, taking down Harn early on, and he just wants to farm here. Look at this, peeking underpass, and Safe will get the kills towards top mid. Disco Doplin kind of dancing with Zix here, and I think he, oh man, I think he may have given up a few too many sound cues, actually, and Zix was able to exercise perfect crosshair placement, taking him out.
Oh, duplicate. Great shot on the Grux as well. Zix will fall, however, as Shocks will be the one to take him away. Duplicate. I feel bad for him. He's got big shoes to fill. 1v3. To be perfectly honest, it is possible with a Deagle. But it's very difficult with how much time Smash has been given to set up. It's all about getting that first kill and then finding cover after that. But with 40 seconds on the clock, Fate, surely not. Surely this can't be the round where Duplicate is able to prove that if But if blockers can 1v2, I can 1v3.
Yeah, and I think Smash should have known where the bomb was. So regardless, duplicate. 20 seconds left. Pretty much forces his hand towards catwalk. He has to run at this point, and I think this player in window might be able to take him out. Oh, I think he was spotted, but can't find the shot. Now Bubble is trying to stay alive here, but good timing from him as he catches duplicate looking it towards, I think, Market. And a pretty clean round from Smash. It could have been a little bit cleaner. Bubble was able to retrieve that FAMAS, so he got a free upgrade in the round. But I don't know if Bubble's really keen with the FAMAS. I haven't really seen him use that weapon all too often. Usually, I think see him with more with the MP9 or just, you know, the straight up M4.
Well, I mean, so far Smash in general have been pretty good with the FAMAS. I've been very pleasantly surprised to see that. The 3 smokes coming out will be countered out by Seth, who has been boosted up towards short. In the meanwhile, Grux always knows when to be aggressive. He's playing from underneath Palace, and Shox is going to be his supportive element. Seth takes down Harn, and that's the man advantage immediately gained. I think Shox probably spotted out the player into his A main. Looked like he was going for the jump spot, and Grux repositions to get the kill immediately afterwards. Duplicate, in the meanwhile, has been tickled by that grenade. Can't do much else. Grux just making sure that if he was pushing out, then he would be punished a little bit too much if he's in a position to actually take Grux down. Mar and Duplicate left in a 2v4 as Duplicate gets one more Shox to come through and turn to 1v4. Though Mar has got a few kills over here, should be able to get maybe one more, but at the end of it all, really don't expect too much from him in this round. Even if Smash do lose one more player, that would be pretty big. Their money gets weakened, but unfortunately that is not going to be the case. Doppler up on ticket box, who knows Mars' position perfectly, will be able to take him down. 4-0. Smash starting off very strong.
Yeah, and the gun, one of the guns they lost was that FAMAS, so it's not even a gun they probably wanted for the rest of this half anyways. One that they won't be happy that they lost, but one that they're okay with losing. So we'll see if Fate have better luck here. They were going for a pretty nice looking half by Safe. He really likes this cat play here, but it actually is solidifying a defense towards a spot which Fate are not too interested in. Oh, that is a really bad molly for the team. Oh, Safe with the collateral though, recovers as Disco Doppler was entry there, and Safe, oh, actually misses the shot right there, but he pulls out the P250, maybe over peaking there as Duplicate is able to find a frag off of that. And now Duplicate, this is a big opportunity for him here. 1v2 situation, he has the bomb.
I got you. Don't worry. Duplicate 1v2 situation. He has the bomb. Perfect transition from you as well. I got it. Shox and Grux are the 2 stars of the A side, here to avenge the B bomb side. Duplicate with a smoke picked up. Shox will shut him down. And there you go. 5-0. Smash are looking very good.
Yeah, sorry. A little bit of water went down the wrong pipe. But
It's all
I've
right.
recovered, but Fate have not. So
Are you saying they're
We'll see.
choking?
no, they're not choking. I mean, they weren't favored in this game anyway, so you can't choke if you weren't supposed to. Well, you can choke if you were ahead like 15-5 and you're the underdogs, but I think this round has to get match medic though. I don't know what happened, but I mean, they weren't favored in this game anyway, so you can't choke if you weren't supposed to. Well, you can choke if you were ahead. We'll be fed that info if we receive it.
I can check. It says nothing actually within the Discord, but that just gives us more room to build up the good old Caesar narrative. So what are we saying? Bubble is Caesar, right? Or are we saying that Fate as a collective is Caesar and Bubble is in the back?
Is that Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I actually wanted to ask you this question because I think it's come up before in some discourses. Just what exactly is choking to you? And maybe with examples it'd be easier. Like what kind of case would it be choking?
Yeah, I can actually define this. I think choking is repeatedly having players make decisions in a game where they are favored to win, where it's clear that they wouldn't make the decision if it was perhaps earlier on in the game and it was an even scoreline. And I don't mean like going for a 1v2 or something. I mean more like thinking, oh my god, if we lose this round, we're going to lose, so I can't take this peek out. Oh my god, if I do this, we're gonna die. I think players who get over aggressive when they're ahead doesn't count as choking. I think players who get super defensive and turtle up and lose because of that, that's what choking is.
That's interesting. I didn't really think of it more of as a mental state. I'll get to my point or my perspective after Fate runs this B execute here, which Disco Doppelin really would love to stop. That nade lands right on them, but it actually doesn't do as much damage as I thought. But the flashes actually seem to be helping the Smash side as they fly on over. This maybe is showing some of the flaws in the Fate game plan, where not the best utility on what's supposed to be a pretty clear-cut B execute. 2 for nothing, and Fate, they just don't commit with it, but they've lost all map control at this point. Shox has a great position towards middle. Good jump spots for Baharn, actually. Keep him alive here and push Shox back even farther. Now, Duplicate has offered a little bit of space towards A. They might opt for the double fake here as Mar makes an attempt at B once again, but I think this bomb will be ending up towards A. Harn will be joining Duplicate in T-spawn, and it's really just now up to Mar to make his move. Probably wants to wait another 10 seconds or so before, or when his teammates get into place.
Doppelin loses that duel over there. Maybe you see a rotation coming over, but Doplin's actually repositioned very nicely for Jail. Seth will take down Duplicate. Han does get the re-peek and re-frag, but even so, this is an impossible round, and he knows that he's backed off. He'll try to save his op into the next one, and he should be able to do so as no pursuit is coming in from Palace. Even the Molotov going out to secure his life for a little while longer, but at the end of the day, they will have a buy again in the next round. He isn't too heavily impacted by not having that loss bonus. Fate used their first timeout of the game. They were very good with these in Overpass. Let's see whether or not these timeouts can maybe materialize into some sort of greatness in Mirage, which so far it looks to be in short supply.
Yeah. Fate really have had no answers here. Their defaults have been, for the most part, picked apart. Their executes have fallen flat, and Smash are looking pretty confident there. I like the decision to not hunt the op. It would have been nice to take that away from him, but it's also really nice to keep 4 players alive.
Six for nothing. Smash looking to try and keep it that way. Maybe not at 6, but, you know, the for nothing part. Flashes. Man, mid control is so hard with the utility you have as Fate. I don't know. I don't really know if I agree with trying to take it. Then again, so is having any sort of an execute, in all fairness. So I suppose your best bet is hoping that Smash will over-aggress and die.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Sometimes you can get away with some late mid control with just a couple flashbangs, but it looks like it'll be just a dry peek towards underpass from Mar. Disco Doppelin doesn't hit the jiggle just right, but Safe hits that shot right in the face of Zix. A good trade frag there. And now Fate, they will actually be able to take mid control. And this is kind of what happens when the CTs break down. They don't want to just keep 3 players at middle. As the round progresses, they want to just hole up on the bomb sites, because usually it just means that there's going to be an A play sorts if the round goes this quiet. And it will be Grux and Shox that lie in wait as the A hit comes out. The connector presence has been established by Fate. That is a nice jiggle from Grux, gives his team a lot of information. He will have to back off towards under balcony right now. And with just 20 seconds, Fate, they have to get on this bomb site. Duplicate here at these blocks won't be able to get involved just yet. Shox is actually towards Palace right now. Ooh, I don't think Shox just wants to actually stop the bomb plant, but he isn't able to do so, and it just leaves Duplicate, the new man in this match. He didn't actually play the first match of the day, but he has to come up huge here. 1v3 situation. He looks for the spray through the Molotov, isn't able to find anything, and now he's smoked off. This looks very difficult for him here, and it will be Safe that takes him down. I'm kind of lagging here on the stream. I gotta refresh this.
Sure, no worries. Seth to get that one out, and 7-0. Smash are also really building up their economy. Let's not take anything away from that either. The wallet looks very healthy. Bubble on almost 8,000. Seth on about 7 or so. Shox about 5k. Doppler, even after the buy coming through, is sitting at 3,400. So all in all, Smash are very secured economically. Now, Shox, who's pushing forward very aggressively, trying to punish the fact that they are not likely to have too much utility, is going to be able to find nothing. Mar and Zix find the opening to kills, and unless Seth can bring something back, this seems very unlikely for them to get anything out. Was this 4 mid? Because Seth and Doppler are both actually playing from ladder room.
It might have been. I think Safe has been going for that jump to Cat every single time, so
yeah.
I think that might have been what happened there, as Disco Doppler normally just plays Cat. So regardless, Disco Doppler still in ladder room, a great spot to be in, but it looks like he'll be going for that fight towards middle. Actually comes out on top, taking down Mar. That's a very big frag for him and his team, but the real hit is towards this A bomb site. Fate now have full control of it here. The single lurker in Nikki will be coming through T-spawn, and Smash, they have a big decision to make here. Do they want to go for this? In fact, they really just could, given that they have so much money to work with, and it probably would benefit them a lot to just at least go for economic damage here. Zix, though, takes down Disco Doppler. Just 2 players remain for Smash. Probably want to take that op moving forward, but Grux is actually able to find a kill. Now, with the support of Safe, they'll be able to press on forward a little bit more, but this is a beautiful flank from Zix as he takes down Grux. Safe now just trying to fight for his life. He's able to take down Harn, looking for more. That flash comes out in his direction. Zix actually just has 1 HP, and Safe might actually be able to find that kill. He does, in fact, and there's still time for him to work with here. He could smoke the bomb and potentially get this kill on Duplicate. It's really up to him to not just overstep too early here. Safe is going for the full stick.
No.
Will he be able to find it? There's no way. Oh, Fate able to take it, but they lose every single player in the process.
That was really well played by Smash towards the end of it all. When Grux goes down there, now I agree, Fate made the mistake of peeking the Oppo 1 by 1, and do not worry, I will never advocate for that. But at the same time, you have to really take your hat off to the man for actually bringing it that close in the first place. Duplicate, fortunately, does finally clutch it out, but now Fate, they're so pressured to go for a buy, and their buy is terrible. They have 3 Galeals, very little utility, very little to do in this map so far, it seems, and Seth and company, well, let's see where they go with this. Nikki comes in from the side, does scout out the man rotating backwards, and Nikki, who's very silent, and he's gotten past into jungle so quickly, Maui, that he's not going to be suspected whatsoever. And this should actually secure that B-side hit. Nikki holding his crosshair as well, gets one, re-peeks out. Seth doesn't even realize where Doppler's been shot by. He thought there was a player over towards apartments. You could see him immediately go back towards the window to see if anyone's aggressing forward, but he doesn't have the right read. And now off the back of one excellent play, which in all fairness was probably also owing to some poor timing from the rotate coming back towards A site, Nikki is able to win them that round single-handedly.
Yeah, I was getting deja vu of when Esperanto made the same play against Smash. It seems like that maybe they're really that might be their Achilles heel on Mirage. The fact that they give up window control pretty easily. And I say that, but usually they're just taking the fight towards mid, and they don't have to worry about window control. In those cases, they don't have to, but when they play a more passive style like they did in this round, that does seem to be an overlooked area for them, and Fate are able to capitalize off of that. And I was mentioning that, you know, maybe it'd be interesting if Smash watched how Fate played Overpass beforehand. That, you know, that could have been Nikki watching Smash when they played after Fate won their BO1. So regardless, whatever it was, whether it was just good intuition or a little bit of an anti-strat kind of play, a good round victory for Fate, and they really needed to string that one together. Like you said, their money was very low prior to that, but with keeping all 5 players alive, this is looking much better for them and their future in this half. Zix will be tested, though. His future will be on the ground right there. Disco Doppelin finding a beautiful headshot and even taking a little bit more space.
Harn. Here's footsteps, but can't do much about it. I mostly can tell what might be coming towards them. Bubble, flashbang comes in, he's got the assist. Mara is taken down, beautiful stuff. Harn will be looking away. The AWP, unfortunately, unscopes at the worst possible time. And as a result of that, Smash will be able to keep this 5v3 advantage very steady, very strong. Bubble just backs off safely towards the B site, where now if you want to play from on top of the site, listen, you're more than happy to do it. Shock's very interesting way to be jump boosting, where he slows down considerably afterwards. Jump boosting, sorry, jump spotting. Crux dink down, but that's just unfortunate. Smoke comes through. Bubble taking the deal initially. Shock should be able to win this out completely from jail. Last player left alive. Han can't really do anything against him at this spot. The best you can hope for is maybe a bomb plant, but Shocks will not really be allowing you even that. 18 seconds on the clock. Han, there he goes. 8 for 2. Fate will have another buy yet again, but so far that has not really been much of a difference maker.
No, but they still will put a lot of pressure on Smash here with this buy. If they are able to inflict a decent amount of damage and get a bomb plant, it could be nice for them, given that Mara and Nikki both have some decent money behind them. So we'll see if they're able to at least find that plant. Safe getting taken down early from that molly. Harn able to actually find Bubble, but oh, a wide peek from Shocks right there off of a flash from Grugs. Actually finds 2 kills out of thin air, and that is a crazy play that I love to see from Smash. Duplicate knows he has to push on forward. He's taken down by Safe, and yeah, it seems like you counted them out of the round before it began, and with good reason, because Smash are looking very sharp here. Nikki will be taken down inevitably. A 3K from Safe, but a very explosive round from Shocks there.
I don't know, man. I don't know what Fate can do realistically. Is there anything in particular you would say has been going amiss for them?
Just like kind of slow the round down maybe and try to get window again. Like that's been your only point of success really. And if you get that, then maybe try to do an A execute or something. Keep it simple. I would opt for an A exec over a B exec at this point in the game. Grux will be challenged though at CT spawn right now. He's playing more of a retake style. That's a good flash to give Fate some space, but they actually haven't really taken control of anything just yet. So they're all stuck on the bomb site there, and Shocks recognizes that there is a flank coming in. That flash just not as good. Grux is able to take advantage of that, and he will continue pressing on forward. This man is unstoppable on the retake, and oh, it's not even a retake. Fate don't get the bomb down at all.
Well, $10 for Smash and Fate. Man, I don't know, man. I'm just a little bit stumped. It seems like Fate gets onto a bomb site, and then immediately after they just get wiped. The way that Smash is playing is so nicely done, where they're recognizing that a Fate is going in very, very quickly, because the fact that we're focusing on mid, let's just play retake, and even if they get the bomb, it doesn't matter. Grux now gets 2 great kills over there. Those are just confidence pickoffs, and you can see the spacing a little bit messed up. Duplicate does get the kill at the end of the day, but Grux finds so much out of that particular position. He's very happy with that trade overall. Zix, meanwhile, hoping to find something of his own as well. Doppelin takes him down, as Zix's spray ends up being a little bit sloppy towards the end of it. And with it, it's a 2 versus 3. Han and Duplicate. Duplicate does have possession of the bomb at the very least, and the A site seems to be a viable destination. Shocks, I think, might have heard him, though. Did he?
I don't think so. If they for some reason really think this is a B hit. This is kind of odd that Smash has been this outplayed on a macro level. This will allow Fate a lot of space, but they don't really have much utility. And with 2 players, there are so many angles that Smash can retake from. It looks like they'll be opting for CT and the A ramp. That flash comes out from Duplicate, but they don't. Harn doesn't even peek with it there. That is probably a missed opportunity, and probably won't be offered anything else in this one. Duplicate playing from underneath balcony. Harn playing around triple. This retake's taking a while, but still enough time as Smash are able to close that round out. I don't like that. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna go too hard on them. They just okay. It doesn't seem like Fate are too well versed on Mirage. I'll say that. I feel like they like you mentioned earlier today that a lot of teams at this level just have a 4-map pool, and they are very good at those 4 maps. But when it gets to like their 5th or their 6th, and this looks like it's their 5th map, they just they miss out on some opportunities, and they don't recognize what needs to be done to accomplish some victories. Good spam early on, and Fate, you know, any kind of 50-50 trade right now, you are probably happy about. So that damage doesn't quite go 50-50. In fact, Smash do come out on top, but this might go the way of Fate. Nikki playing from underpass right now, but he can't actually capitalize off of that aggressive play. Shocks, as the smoke is fading, is somehow able to get Nikki. That is just the advantage you get from sitting in the smoke. And now Grux at Sandwich, probably good for the kill on the Duplicate. Okay, you know what? Shock says, I'm just going to keep on rolling with it.
Yeah. Brunch?
I would love some brunch, if that's what you just said.
Yes, exactly what I just said.
It's the pandemic. I really haven't had a solid brunch for a while. Harn will be able to find a plant, though. Not, but it's a 1v5 post plant. This would be the Reddit highlight of his career, and it's okay. One tap. Okay, all right. So he takes down Safe. Now he's going to be pushing on forward towards Market. This may be an opportunity for him if he finds a lineup, or if he finds similarly fast headshots. Oh, he'll actually take down Bubble. Looking for more. Actually, he takes down Shocks as well. 1v2 situation. Harn. There really is actually a chance here that he does this. He's playing around the site so well, but he does not turn towards Disco Doppler. I was ready to get a Reddit highlight for this man, and Disco Doppler shut that down. Smash letting a 1v5 get a little spicy, but still they've already secured a very dominant first half here.
Yeah, I think at this point, Smash, even if you get 1v5, you're probably not too bothered by it. It's it would be a telling thing that one of the 3 rounds that Fate would have been able to get would be off the back of a 1v5. But...
yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Not the case.
Unfortunately, it is also not the case that any of their players have hit double digits so far. You can really see a deficit in firepower as a result of not knowing the map. 9 kills on Harn, man. After the 3 kills he was able to get in the previous round. The other thing is also just the sheer amount of times we've seen them get the bomb plant. I would actually, can we press tab for a second, Observer? Actually, you know what? We'll do that afterwards. We'll do that after the half. It's okay. We'll have some time then anyway. But the sheer amount of times they managed to get a bomb plant is actually insane. And yet the CTs have never looked to have their economy disturbed particularly. So now though, Mar realizes that there is an AWP somewhere around.
Seems like it'll be a flat-out A hit. Not much utility for Fate here. They can't even smoke off most of these angles, but it doesn't matter if they find shots like that. Mar takes down 2 to entry the bomb site, but still, crossing this bomb site will be so difficult as they have no more smokes left to play, and their one lurk has been taken out. Nikki is taken down, but Safe missing a shot. Mar continuing on his warpath, and Duplicate is able to chime in as well, taking down Safe. And it just leaves Disco Doppler here. He's been spotted out at this point, and Harn should be able to turn around with his op and find him. Harn had his knife out for a really long time there. That was a little weird through the X-ray. And Disco Doppler passes on forward, looking for this 1v3. Playing close to bench right now, slowly scaling up, but Harn will push on through the smoke, and Fate will secure a third round after a pretty scrimmy A approach. That was kind of weird, but good for Mar and finding that triple entry onto the bomb site.
Maui, the really weird thing is also that Fate had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bomb plants in total. They won one of them, but they had 5 bomb plants, and even so, you have a 12-3 half, which blows my mind because there's so much money guaranteed because of that.
6 bomb plants, if you include the last one too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, I didn't include the last round.
Yeah. So yeah, that's true. They had a lot of opportunities in terms of their economy, but they weren't able to convert. Smash, for Smash's sake and kind of everybody, I kind of hope they just don't get too lazy with this. They kind of have a knack for sometimes letting teams back into games that they probably have no business in. But this is looking like a good strat. I actually like this one. Kind of the double underpass. I think this is the double fake coming out from them, where these players in B apartments will just go super late, but it will be an A split for the most part here. But Harn is in a great position to potentially stop this as he finds one headshot right there, looking for more, and he finds Safe as well. Bubble realizes that the initial fake won't be working out for him and his team, so he just groups up with his players, recognizing the actual win condition in the round. But good nade coming out there, and Grux, the flying Glock, man, takes down Mar on the entry there. Harn still continues from catwalk. He found 2 kills earlier in this round. He's going to have to find some more to help out his team. The bomb is not actually planted. Zik scales out beautifully and is able to take that down. Now Grux remains 1v3 situation, but Harn, he is in fact able to find that 3rd kill right then and there. And good round from Harn. A lot of moving parts in this strategy from Smash. I like the strategy, though. I don't think that's the strategy's fault. I think that's just Harn kind of going off.
Yeah, that does happen. It's a pistol round at the end of the day.
Yes.
You know, you will sometimes see pew, 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 USPs for days. Harn, though, has to really continue to pop off for quite a while. Nate goes deep. Seth is dead. Mar re-peeks out, gets himself another kill. If he can keep moving forward, that could materialize into even more, but fortunately for the terrorist side, they do back off to safety, which is a very relative term. Duplicate peeks out wide, is taken down in the meanwhile, but that's a trade they're happy with. And now this fight continues towards a player inside connector. Harn pushing out forward, finishes off Bubble, and Mar takes down Dublin to finish the round in their favor. 12-5, and now I think this might be the first ever free round that they should have across this entire game.
Yeah, Smash will only be buying a couple P250s, a CZ actually, and a flashbang. Yeah, this should probably be just kind of an A-pop coming out for them here. The smoke, I'm not sure where that's going, but it'll be duplicate to try to farm here. He actually only gets a single kill, and that CZ comes into play. Nice damage being inflicted from Smash off of a minimal investment, but just those 2 kills. But it still keeps the money a little bit lower for Fate. That being said, they keep 3 players alive, and now Smash will be finally on their gun round. And at this point, it's really just Smash just has to get the rounds. They shouldn't really worry too much about the economic implications of their damage. It's just get themselves over the finish line here. 4 more rounds for them here. They've been looking completely dominant. And as I mentioned in the previous series, they actually are a better T-side team on Mirage than they are a CT side team. But Harn maybe has something to say about that as he finds 2 opening picks, and Fate showing a little bit of life here on their CT side. Maybe they got themselves going.
Maybe it's time for Fate to begin the comeback. Nikki and Bubble taking a little bit of time for a one-on-one tete-a-tete, but Nikki does end up coming out on top over there. 5 versus 2 now. Shox and Doplin have got the world to contend with. Mar waiting for Shox to peek out wide. Will do, so Shox will be fallen? What is wrong with me? Felled. Yes. Sorry, I sometimes forget the difficulties of non-native speakers. Doplin versus 5. I do not believe There is not a single atom in my body that would believe that he wins this one. But you know what? That makes it even better if he does. Doppelin takes down Mar. 4 more players to contend with. 40 seconds left on the clock, but he can't get the bomb plant down, which is a real difficult situation. This is a real difference between this 1v5 situation and the one that we saw earlier. If Doppelin had the bomb plant in, maybe that is doable. Maybe we can achieve something, but unfortunately, there's too many angles to cater to on that B bomb side, and Zix takes him down. 12-7 Fate. They're at the verge of comeback territory. You get to 9 rounds, and that's where Smash starts to be really worried. And that's where Smash starts to do what I was talking about earlier in terms of choking, potentially. So, Maui, what do you think is choking? Actually, this is a fast-paced play. I don't think you have time to talk about it. You have time to talk about the game, though, so let's go.
Yeah, I'll get to that point maybe after the result of this one. Depends how things go here. It looks like this is supposed to be a fast cat play, but that counter smoke from Nikki should stop them in their tracks. Mid control is taken from Smash at the very least here, but what will it be able to actually accomplish is the real question. Nikki throws out a Molotov here. He felt pressured to fall back in that kind of circumstance. Bubble, with the hero AK busted out, actually finds a kill at Palace. That's a great kill on a duplicate. And Grux on the lurk here. It seems like the Extremity players are finding all of the frags here. Grux wants to continue. He's looking for this duel. Doesn't expect the second player a cat, though. That's a nice little setup between Fate, but it gives Smash so much information. They actually know that there are now 2 players at Catwalk, just leaving Harn at CT spawn right now. But this bomb plant will still be so difficult. It's all the way at T spawn right now. Disco Doppelin running on through. Great camera angle to show that. And Bubble taking down Harm will make this even harder. And it just leaves Nikki in the 1v4. This was not supposed to be the round that Smash won, but I think they just kind of talked about it and said, you know what, just kind of buy whatever we feel like here and just pug it out, you know? Like, we're supposed to be the better team. Yeah, we're supposed to be, we are across the board more skilled. And Bubble says, thank you. I want to show the world that I am one of the best players from my region, and he takes down 3 in doing so. Oh, what is it? There's no way, right? I mean, okay, no, the bomb's planted well enough for CT that there's no way Nikki should be able to take this one down. The players are kind of running away at this point, though, but I think he wants to go for the Ninja Fuse. But Bubble, he wants the 4K on the round, and he will, in fact, get it. Great round from him as he takes down the opposition in style, and now Fate, their money's actually not too good. It's a little top heavy here. So we'll see if the trickle down effect actually is a thing in Counter-Strike as Nikki and Zix have to drop Mar and Duplicate.
That is known as the good old in-game leader strategy of let me go kill. I forget that Bubble's the in-game leader sometimes with Smash.
Yeah, that is kind of a weird thought, because I don't know if he was before, but I mean, like, all right, whatever. Get to that later.
Nikki gets 1. It's a trade away, 1 for 1. Not too happy with that. Grux, in the meanwhile, will continue spraying forward. Zix, he is being teased like nothing else. Harn, though, is not teasing them. He is straight up massacring them. 2 easy kills come out for him. At least he makes it look easy. Seth, in a 1v3, has to really do the same. Gets a first one, though, and that could set things up to move forward and take down Mar. Will he see the player in market? No, he won't. Will the repeat come in from either one of these? Seth could maybe take them down, but the repositions there. Great flick from Seth, and the 1v1 will come true. Seth with 4 kills. What was that? Smash taking it away.
I think that's it for the game right there. That was looking hopeless for safe. What was that, a 1v3 or a 1v4? I think we'll see here. That's a 1v4. That is a 1v4 for safe right there. 4 kills in the round, and Fate, at this point, you have you've got to be feeling a little bit checked out. You got to be thinking towards overpass at this point. Harn does have a hero op, and that's probably the only saving grace for Fate in this round. Safe. Man, that was such a monster round for him there. Some of those kills, too, were so fast. Good flicks across the board. And just a little bit of luck finding the timing around the pillars there, but a lot of skill being displayed. And that's the op down. Grux takes it out, making that peek from underpass. And I think Harn really wanted a little bit too much control. Could have locked down that side of the map. But, you know, when you have the hero op, you really want to get it involved. And sometimes you don't always feel the most confident about just letting your other players just go on with their setup, because Fate have kind of proven that none of their setups are too effective, to say the least. Good smoke from Smash, though. That looks well thought out, and it will actually enable a couple of frags somehow from Fate as they pinch off of that angle. Duplicate still here under balcony somehow is able to find one, looking for more, but it'll just be Zix. He was able to recover the op from earlier, but it will be safe once again. He has to try to save the day here, and I don't think this peak will be the answer, as Zix has the dominant angle in that fight, and he will actually recover things for them. Smash actually dropping around uncharacteristically, but they will still have the better buy going into this round.
Oh, that was insane. I did not think Zix would win that one. I'll be honest, with the amount of utility that Seth had, I thought Seth was going to win that 100% of the time. But it's not to be. Zix does manage to get away with it. Molotov doesn't come through, grenade doesn't come through, flashbang doesn't come through, but in a 1v1 you're always scared that you're going to be caught out with it in your hand, maybe. Grux, I don't know how he got that kill, but he did, and another one on the back of that. Wow! Nicky really looked like he had the angle with the MP9, but couldn't finish it off. Doppler, in the meanwhile, 2 spray down attempt will be unsuccessful. Both players damaged up nicely, but can't quite get the kills. Now 3 versus 4, where Fate would not be amiss to try and save. Their money is very poor, but at the same time, you have so many rounds to come back into.
Yeah, I think the general Counter-Strike decision is actually to just go for this. Like, they're too far away to make a case for it, but 3v4, staring down 7 match points, like, I don't see many teams even at the top level always go for saves here. They just want to ship it. They want to send it all and hope that they pull off a miracle so that they don't have to face down 7 consecutive map points on Smash's map pick on what is actually statistically their favorite side. They did choose CT side where they had a monster display, but statistically speaking, they have shown to be better on the T side of things. But today they seem like a little bit more CT centric.
Well, you never really know. Maybe they've got some additional CT side things that have been prepared after looking at those very same statistics. 15-8. What can Fate do over here, Mar? If he can find those 2 kills, that's really what will allow them forward. Another smoke comes in for the sake of Mar. He would like a flashbang to push through. Doppler will not be blinded even if he does. He doesn't check the right angle, but how did Harn get those 2 kills? Was that into A main? I think it was
Palace. I think it was Palace.
Oh, all right.
Oh, Disco Doppler, though, still wants to recover this round for his team. That's a great... Yeah, that is an excellent Molotov. Will force their position out. Oh, the flash comes out, but actually Disco doesn't look right in front of him. He knew there was one connector, but did not expect the player on stairs. And Safe, actually, off of that, Disco feeding him the only information that he has, which is that there was only one player that he knows is definitely there. Safe doesn't know where the second player is. And it looks like Nicky will be going for a big reroute in this case. Safe, he doesn't feel comfortable yet planting in this scenario. He'll be going for an interesting peek off of that firebox right there. And at some point, he does have to plant the bomb. He'll opt for now. A good timing, actually, given that this player is still pretty far away at A ramp. But this will give Safe actually a very good opportunity here. He has a Molotov in play. There is a kit on Mar, so that Molly won't be quite as effective. But Safe with a crazy shot onto Nicky right there. And this might be it right here. Safe still has the Molotov. Mar throws the Molotov towards CT. That is not actually what he's looking for there. That should do it right there. And then Mar, he has the kit, but he has to find an instant kill and then get onto this bomb. Safe knows he can just wait and play that kind of game. And he was able to clutch out yet another round for Smash. Safe with an insane performance in this game. And Smash will take their map pick. We'll be heading to Overpass next.
Some great stuff. We'll be back with Overpass, and I don't think there's much else to talk about this game other than, you know, Fate looked a bit unprepared for Mirage. Hopefully Overpass should be a bit better.
And Smash took map 1 in convincing fashion. 16-8 on Mirage. Now we are on Fate's map pick, which they earlier dismantled hard Legion. Actually made them look rather foolish. So we'll see if Fate are able to come back here in map 2, or will they suffer the same fate at the hands of players like Safe, the stand-in, or the star fragging from Shocks. Who will it be, tea time?
Safe looked really good in clutches at the very least. So if there's anyone who I look towards to maybe clean things up a little bit, because I will say one thing, Smash's overpass has largely underwhelmed me because they've very heavily relied on Doppelman the clutch for them to actually bring something in. And I don't necessarily mean a 1v1 clutch or 1v3 clutch, but I mean, as I mentioned this yesterday as well, just coming in moments where you are at a difficult point in the game and then getting 2 kills or 3 kills. So if Safe can be the one adding a little bit of the X factor, I think that's great. I also think that Fate was actually one of their weaker players on Overpass, even if I might be wrong according to the statistics. The eye test at least told me he wasn't doing enough for the AWPing position. So maybe this could actually be a small boon for them. But obviously a stand-in is never going to be easy to incorporate or work with. So Safe, why am I calling him Safe now? It's Seth is going to be potentially very, very important for Smash to be able to take this one away.
Yeah, an interesting approach for Fate here. They actually have gathered a lot of ground, but I don't know if it will really matter given the setup from Smash anyways. They aren't really fighting for bathrooms. There are 2 players on the site in Disco and Seth, and I think Fate are looking to go for a pretty light A exec here.
Well, Seth, damn it. Seth takes that long-range duel, can't quite get the initial headshot which he needed to. Even the subsequent ones do evade him. A grenade to fly in will keep Duplicate humble, but humbleness is not really going to help you win the round. So Fate, if they can just come through on top of it here, out of this scrappy bank fight where they will be able to get 3 kills, it's now all up to Doppelman to try and clutch it out in a 1v3 where Ziggs just finishes them all off with 3 kills to his name in the end. Very nicely done.
Yeah, you can already tell that the comfort level for Fate is so much greater here. That late kind of 3 Glock push towards bank is not something you always see from teams, but it is something you see from experienced teams that realize and recognize that's probably one of the least favorable fights for a USB, to be trying to come up diagonally up that stairwell and to fight into Glocks that are just there with waiting arms. So we'll see if Smash are able to recover, though, as they've shown that they can make these deagles work.
Now, though, Nicky takes down Shocks initially. That's a big kill to get, especially when Duplicate is right behind him, and the B side is completely opened up. I don't know how much Grux's deagle can do over here, but even if it can get 2 kills, maybe just take some guns out of Fate's hands, force them to reinvest in the armor. I guess that's a small victory, but beyond that, saving into the next round would not be the worst thing in the world for me either. Seth has got himself that scout. Great shot from Doppelman comes through, which actually gives them a better chance now. Can Duplicate be taken down? Because he's the one who's playing in the back lines, who will be the hardest to eliminate. Ziggs finds one more. He's had a great game so far and is continuing it with a few nice anti-eco kills. Grux will get some damage, but damage is not enough, even though 2 players get very, very low.
Yeah, that actually looked like a pretty scary sight if you're a Fate fan. The 3 players lined up for Grux there. If he actually, you know, connected with maybe one more deagle shot, it could have collided and killed a couple players. But a lot of what ifs. Smash not able to take that round, not even really inflicting all too much damage. Disco Doppelman will be the sole deagle in this one here. This is due to his frags in the rounds prior, but Nicky wants to find frags right here, right now. He'll be pushing up forward, finds a nice 3K to start things off, and there still is a player waiting for him on the bomb site. This is going to be Bubble to challenge him next, and Disco Doppelman, he actually finds another kill with that deagle. That's very nice. Bubble actually is able to get a single kill with the P250, but Ziggs is lying in wait for Disco, and he We'll give him a little bit of BM too. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's good to see that come in. 3-0. Fade off to the perfect start after a less than perfect Mirage. Seth does have the AWP. Now, this is where I start to put my theory to the test, because a lot of the reason why I predicted Smash to go 2-0 was largely because I think Fate is not really as impactful as I'd like him to be, and also because I thought that they should be playing a bit more towards water. And immediately you can see that's exactly what they're doing over here, but the aggression has been turned around, going towards A side. Water control is completely given over to Smash in the meanwhile, and that's a great play from them immediately. I think this is actually the first time all day long we've seen water control being taken by a CT side team.
I don't think Fate really even had to in their earlier overpass game. Hard Legion definitely did not. But Bubble now has a great angle to take this fight, and he will be able to take down Duplicate. Good flash also, and Bubble will just keep himself alive there. That's a very smart and safe play. But Nicky will actually aggress. He knows that they left water open, but will it be enough for him and his team to take this space? They only have a single smoke on Zix right now. Oh, but a nice shot will actually net them an entry onto the bomb site before they even begin their approach.
Zix really making up for the lack of blockers, and a double Molotov to take down Bubble as well. Shox is trying to get in a couple of bullets here and there, but he will not be able to find the kill. He even gives away information as to where he is, sees the shadow, but he actually flicks right back to Nicky's head as Seth takes down Zix. It's a perfect amount of trust, I would say. I actually think it's really well done by Seth to be positioned right next to water over there, where he can then peek forward later on and take down Zix. It's very nicely done from him. He really saved Shox's behind there.
Doplin apparently getting a little bit of loss in the server right now. Should recover shortly. Probably just a brief internet issue, but yeah, I really like that round from Smash. They took aggressive control on their first gun round. They made sure that they were trying to fight actually simultaneously for Fountain and for Water. That's usually you kind of just pick one battle, but it's not like they went too hard for Fountain by any means. It was more just like Seth was looking for a pick, couldn't find it, backed off. And I wanted to remark on something. What was it? Oh, it was very cool how Fate not only found the entry, but they got another free entry onto the site by doing a little bit of an offset kind of molly play, where they molly the escape route for Bubble, who was playing barrel at the ramp, and then they actually molly Bubble, so that the only place for Bubble to go is either forward, right into the waiting arms of the players from Fate, or he just has to run away and burns to death. And that's exactly what happened. Very well coordinated stuff from Fate. They only had a couple mollies, but they actually made them work to the fullest effect, and it gave them a very good opportunity. But like you mentioned, good stuff from Shox, and Seth were able to close that one out there.
Yes, well, I don't think Bubble had a smoke in that round, did he? Or did he already throw it towards Monster?
I'm sure he didn't at that point. I don't know where he put it earlier.
Okay, fair enough. Well, regardless, now he definitely has a smoke, and now he's a little bit wary of that potentially as well. Han was looking very good on the CT side of Mirage with his AWP. Can he do something on those lines on Overpass? Is this going to be a boost to come in to let him get a better peek? It seems like it is. Okay, never mind. It's just a run boost. That's pretty exciting too, but not quite the same as a new boost and Overpass. It's always fun to watch out for those. It is such a ridiculous map as far as those go.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for them. Just a run boost this time, though, and Fate get a little bit of space towards long, but this is already looking like a great setup from Smash here. They have full bathrooms control already, and Disco Doplin is playing a little bit of a two-man game with his team. Oh, Disco actually getting caught off, but still finds one kill on the Zix. He pushes on forward even more, but he isn't able to recover further. Grux is actually able to take down hard red range. That is a very nice shot from him. His first kill of the game, as a matter of fact, but a beautiful one at that. And now Seth, he's going for the jump spots, whereas his teammate will take a position in Hobbit. And now 3 players remain for Fate. They had a nice little game for themselves with light utility as they went towards B, but now they only have a Molotov here, and Bubble is already encroaching on their position. This is a very good flank to come out and should be insurance on the round here, as long as Bubble doesn't give up his position too early.
Crux, that's a great kill to find onto Nicky. Takes him down, re-peeks out, but Mar will punish Bubble in the meanwhile, who is on the flank. This could be huge, and with 10 seconds left on the clock, he's finished the deal there and then. Seth, again, I like it. Takes down Duplicate, knows exactly where he needs to be posted at that particular time and that particular angle, and just good to see him coming through. 3 for 3 so far, and more than anything else, I'm just happy that Smash aren't being too negatively impacted by having a stand-in.
Yeah, it's cool. I think Seth has looked pretty solid throughout all the games I've seen so far today. Fate have to go with a not so solid buy, flimsy one at best, a couple deagles, and that's really it. Seth will challenge the angle, maybe over peaking here actually. This might be a decision that costs him his life, but he does have a player right behind him lying in wait. That's Disco Doppelin, who has his gun out, ready to fight that angle on top of that. Seth still holding a pretty aggressive angle here. I like that he is still imposing his op on the opposition, and Disco Doppelin will find that boost, take out Nicky, and Seth will still hold his ground, gets another on a Ziggs. He just wants to keep on fighting. Yeah. I love this kind of spunk coming out from the stand-in player. It's not actually usually what you're necessarily supposed to do, but when you are on fire in the way that Seth is, you can make it work. But Harn looking kind of good there with a nice deagle shot. Seth finally being punished for these aggressive peaks, but it's just a single frag on the side of Fate.
I did really like one tiny microplay that I'll quickly point out for Seth, is that when you saw that Seth knew he could be overwhelmed by the deagle, he didn't immediately go right. He actually repositioned onto the bench because he knows if he goes right, he gives a free headshot potential to a deagle that's holding a hairline angle. So instead, he waits for the deagle to peek out into him, gets the kill, then backs off, which was really, really nice to see for me. It's just a very small thing, but it makes a bit of a difference sometimes. You know, if you lose that op earlier on, they can focus more on Doppelin. Maybe you end up losing 2 guns instead of 1. Stuff like that.